Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. We're going to be doing a general movie chat. Just talking about movies that I liked over the past few years, movies that aren't so interesting, and movies that are good, but or good subjectively, but maybe not. So we're going to start things off with some movies back in 2019. We're also going to be talking about a hodgepodge of discussions too, and whatnot. So, let's see here. I see I got two viewers. How you guys doing? One of the movies I wanted to talk about was Alita Battle Angel. And that movie was my second favorite of 2019, subjectively. Um, I like it mostly because it's a great movie. Story is compelling, and it's also without agenda, which is also one of the main draws to a movie nowadays. I mean, features, when I watched the special features on my Movies Anywhere app, it says this is a great movie for women empowerment to show strong females. Well, the thing is, that's usually aligned by the woke crowd, everybody else likes to call the woke crowd. Hey, Brian, do you want to jump in? Let's see here. But yeah, anybody wants to jump in, they can use the in the chat, talking movies, and just shooting the shit, really. I'm going to share this on Facebook, so just give me a moment. But yeah, one of the things I liked about Alita was they did it right. It was a female empowerment video that was done right. It didn't basically have the woman ragging on men, saying that men are weak and this and that. They had the woman vulnerable. She was not a Mary Sue. She had her faults. She had her flaws and whatnot. And also, it shows that a character can be a female, very strong, and people can like her because there's no outside agenda to it. And also, I liked the different characters that they had. The special effects was pretty cool, and it was overall a good movie. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing good.
That's
Doing all
good.
right. Yeah. 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 So yeah, an Alita Battle Angel. Now I never read the manga. Um, and I don't know if there was an anime to it or not, but most animes and
There
manga
was.
kind of okay. Most animes and mangas have kind of like the same type of formula. It's a mishmash of against all odds story, a love story, an action story, and everything in between. Now, I've never read the manga or seen the anime, but people that have tell me that they did it justice. The movie, um,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I seen the movie, I was like, "Yep, that's exactly like what a manga or anime would operate." There's an audience for that, ranging from pretty much something for everybody in the film for the most part. Except for don't bring little kids to it because of the violence. But yeah,
Well,
I'm
my
redoing my
view of it is
I'm redoing
little
my
kids could
drawers.
actually.
I'm redoing my drawers right now. My cat just wants to get inside this empty drawer. Come on, out of there. Yeah. So you liking the mobile trick, the desktop trick?
Yes, I do, and thank you again for showing that to me.
Oh yeah. I gotta
Ever,
I gotta yeah I gotta credit Moira for putting the bug in my ear. As I said one time, I said, "Hey, you got 1,000 subs. You could live stream from your phone now." I was like, "Oh, I could do that anyway." It's like, "Huh? Desktop mode?" It's like, "Yep." So I tried it out, and sure enough, it worked.
well, that's good. I mean, I've been trying to get in touch with Moira. There was something that happened on a live stream a while back that I was on.
Yeah,
I kind of said
yeah, yeah,
something I
yeah.
shouldn't have. You heard about it,
Oh,
okay?
yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, it's or
I mean,
hopefully she'll
we could keep
contact me. But
that business off stream, but
yeah,
um, all I gotta say is, as much as you want people you like to agree on something, sometimes uh, there's gonna be a wedge, and you know,
yeah. Well,
that's, yeah, we can't always have what we want, and we can't always.
that
Uh,
wasn't the whole, or that wasn't it at all. It's I
oh,
said
wasn't
something, then
okay, okay.
she messaged me,
Okay.
and
We'll
like, you
talk.
want to explain what happened?
Yeah, we'll talk about it off air because I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to dredge that up because that's not how I roll.
yeah. All right, that's fine. But yeah, that's but yeah. Shout out to Moira. She's a great YouTuber. She does a lot of good work. She does a lot of giving work and whatnot, which is
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool. But yeah, one of the cool things I liked about Alita was it was not agenda driven. It was completely a story that focused on the story. And even though James Cameron's like, yes, this is a female empowerment movie, but it's like, well, you did this one right, even if you were just a producer. So why
Mm-hmm.
couldn't you do Terminator Dark Fate right?
Well, yeah. Let's talk about female empowerment and fandom that's done right. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna start making this a drinking game every time someone says a Star Wars references, take a shot. Because I've just about had it up to here with the talk about it. But
Yeah.
we'll go back to um, the original trilogy, Princess
Mm-hmm.
Leia. Of course, that's the right way to do female empowerment.
Yeah.
She was a monarch. She took overall command. Um, I mean, she didn't have to, but she was part of the rebellion as someone from the republic from the Imperial Senate that
Yeah.
joined into the rebellion. Regardless, that was a powerful figure that had influence amongst the rebellion. So
Mm-hmm.
so that's always something. Oh, hey, did you tweet out this stream? Did you tweet out that you're alive?
I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, good, 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 good.
We got 3 people in the chat right now.
Oh, who's watching
Say
us?
hi, folks.
Hi, hi.
Don't be
Is
shy.
it?
Leave questions. Leave comments. If you're backstage, I'll let you in. It's last night's live stream was a open invite, but this time it's whoever does get in want it. It's in the chat, but this time I'm going to limit it to certain people. I mean, I want to
Come
try
on,
to get
let
some
go,
measure of
let go,
control. I'm
let go.
constantly evolving my channel.
Right. I mean, sometimes I'll drop it in. Um, Depends on who's there. But typically,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't normally have a problem with anybody. Um, I mean, the things that do happen are few and far between, and they usually just get
Mm-hmm.
their licks in and leave. And I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure once my channel gets bigger, I'll have, I'll have to police it more and more and just restrict my invites to direct messages.
Mm-hmm.
And but it is what it is. I mean, we're in the low hundreds, both you and me,
Yeah.
and so we don't
Ever.
really have that many haters.
Yeah. One of the cool things is when I did a live stream, I got like 6 freaking new subscribers. Then I did another one and I got 3 new subscribers. So 2 live streams, 9 new subscribers. Awesome.
Well, yeah, there you go. I mean, well, because people like,
Hey, Demaj and I,
what's up, man? How you doing?
if you
Yeah,
want to come
people,
in, the link is in the chat.
yeah. I mean, because people see that you're live and they like that interaction, and they typically,
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't know. I don't know how you get more subscribers, and it just kind of happens organically. But I've tried both ways. I don't know if I get more subscribers through uploads or get more subscribers through live streams. I really don't know. Some swear by uploads that are under 10 minutes, between 5 and 15 minutes long, actually, and then some
Yeah.
say, "Hey, do live streams, do live streams." Um, and I want to say, I mean, for me, it has to do with, um, whenever I'm on as a guest, I always do my best to be friendly to the host. Um, Sometimes there's
You
banter
fan?
back and forth, but then that brings, okay, fans of someone else's channel. It's like, oh, I like this guy. Maybe I'll hop over to his channel, and that's
Mm-hmm.
normally what happens. And sometimes
We
with
got another one
moderators.
coming in. Here's G
Oh, who we
Fan.
got?
Hey guys, how's it going?
How's it going, man?
Good.
Oh, good, good. Anything new and exciting?
Uh,
Well,
not much. We were just talking movies or we're just talking movie talk and channel talk and whatnot.
Oh, cool.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, we
also don't forget to smash that like button, folks.
absolutely smash the like, share it out on social media, tell your
Yep.
friends.
I mean, the only thing that I wish could happen or that I could do is go to my YouTube Studio app and
Mm-hmm.
actually edit
Yeah,
the video as it's happening because I want to actually mark it as not for kids. And I mean, even though I have it in the title, it's not for kids,
well,
but
is your channel not for
yeah.
kids?
I can't, or I tried finding out how to mark my channel as not for kids, but it
Okay,
says if you're doing, or if you have the studio app, you
here,
just have to mark all your videos as not for kids.
here's what you do. Just like you're doing right now with StreamYards,
Mm-hmm.
use your mobile browser to go to YouTube. Not Don't use the app, but use your mobile browser. And you're gonna have to do this after the fact, unfortunately. Um,
Yeah.
and then just switch it to desktop mode, sign in, whatever, go to YouTube Studio, and you can either mark every video or you can mark your channel under settings. Now with the mobile browser, even in desktop mode, it defaults to Creator Studio Classic, which is better than what they got now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how you
My
doing,
day's
Happy
going good.
Dinosaur?
Yep, my
Doing all right,
day's
Happy
going good.
Dinosaur. So yeah, there's that's the workaround. Like, I mean, not just StreamYards, not just anything else, but whenever you find yourself stuck up against a wall, use the switch. Use the browser and switch to desktop mode, and it'll kind of help you out.
Well, I'm on YouTube right now, and I'm actually checking out the desktop mode.
Are you using your phone to do that, or you? I know you're using your Kindle to live stream, right? Which one are you using to live stream? Orange hat. Oop. Orange hat still has internet problems.
Yeah, it was in the description. That's fine. So how have you been, Brian?
I've been all right. I put in a lot of hours. I clocked out last week with almost 65 hours, and today I got my day off, and this week I'm like working every other day. I work tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
off Wednesday. I work Thursday. I'm off Friday. I work Saturday. I'm off
Oh, okay.
Sunday. It's not normally like that, but it's like that this week. Each week is different.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've been job hunting. I lost my job about 3 weeks ago, so
Oh man.
yeah,
Oh
I still have two part-time jobs, but I need like a full, like more of a full-time job. So
yeah. Well, what happened? I mean, is it just budget restraints or?
yeah, I've just been putting in like tons of applications and going from there.
Right on. I hear you.
But honestly, like it's not too bad. It just my wife still has a very good steady job. But I'm trying to make sure I get a good job too. It just right now it's kind of hard after the holidays. Nobody really hires, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah. Here I'm looking for other types of employment and investment opportunities because the line of work I'm in is feast or famine, and right now it's feast
Right,
because it's season, and then famine is going to
right.
be in the summertime.
I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just looking for anything from like manual labor to office to whatever. But it just right now, there's not that much. It's like
Where are you?
every place.
Where are you
Oh,
about? Where?
I live in central Pennsylvania.
Okay. And what do
Oh,
you
nice.
what's your overall skill?
Well, I've done just about everything. I am a certified forklift operator.
Hmm.
I've done office work. I've done manual labor. I've done all kinds of stuff.
Have you thought about starting your own business?
I need money for that one.
Okay. Do you bank at a credit union or do you bank at at a
It's
FDIC?
it's a regular bank. Yeah.
Okay. Well, go to a credit union and just kind of open
Uh-huh.
up a short account. And before I do that, is your credit score okay?
It's decent.
Okay. Well, here's what you do. You go to the credit union. You
Uh-huh.
open up an account. Normally they do $100 minimum, right?
Right.
You open up an account. Then you apply for a credit card there.
Right.
And if it's a good credit union, the interest rate on that credit card would be very low, almost like a home loan, a very low
Okay.
interest rate. Then what you do is you get a cash advance, and from that credit card, depending on how high that credit limit is, and then you have all that capital to do what you need to do.
Oh, okay.
And then you pay it off like a credit card instead of a loan. That and seeing how it's a low interest rate because most credit cards throw you at 16%. Um,
Okay.
it's kind of what I'm doing now. And so worst case scenario, you give the money back to the bank, and then you just pay the minimum payments, or you just give it right back to the bank. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm gonna give that disclaimer, but that's one way you can get capital, especially if you have a really decent credit score.
I gotcha. All right. Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay, I just finished setting my settings on my channel to not for kids completely.
Oh, good.
There you go. There you go.
So,
But, yeah.
speaking of movies, did you guys ever see the movie Seven with Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt?
I personally have not.
I have not seen that. No.
Oh wow, that movie's excellent. It's about the seven deadly sins. Like people are getting killed by the different sins, but there's a killer, and Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman are detectives on the case. It's an excellent movie.
I'll have to check that out then.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it, Orange Hat. I really am.
Well, I am a movie person, but back then there were movies that interested me, and then movies that if it didn't interest me, I avoided it altogether.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
But now that I'm actually opening and expanding my thing, I'm gonna try doing, or I'm gonna actually seeing more different that didn't interest me way back when. So yeah,
Yeah.
I
You know,
mean, basically the only way that I can watch movies nowadays is by use or ugh, I can't talk today is my Movies Anywhere app.
oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm actually expanding my digital library as much as I can. I mean, I just got The Shining, and I finally was able to watch that thing all the way through, and I'm like, holy shit, this is creepy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just the imagery
I
in
mean,
that movie is just wow. You know.
it wasn't just the imagery, though. It was everything. Camera
Yeah.
angles, the freaking cinematography, the score. The music in that movie makes you think something's about to happen and then completely throws you a loop when nothing happens. It's like,
Yeah.
holy crap. Okay, nothing happened. Then,
Yeah.
oh boy, something's going to, oh, nothing happened. Oh boy, something's going to happen. Nope, nothing happens. But then
And
it, the,
something
it gets
happens.
to a lull, and then all of a sudden something happens, and I'm like, son of a bitch, that's how he caught people off guard. I mean,
Yeah.
I did not expect Jack Nicholson to come out with the axe and put it through Mr. Howler, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh damn.
Yeah. That would just surprise everyone. That was just wow. But
But yeah, Jack
oh yeah,
Nicholson was freaking awesome in that movie.
oh yeah. He's great in that.
Yeah, still just two people in the chat.
Two people,
Eh,
tell your friends.
Well,
yep,
funny
tell
story
your
about The
friends.
Shining. My dad was in a band and back in the late 70s, early 80s. And
Mm-hmm.
he actually got to travel around the country with his band, and they went to the ski resort. Well, it was in the off season, and they had this entire. It was looked like something from The Shining. They had the entire hotel to themselves, and they said it was just creepy. They like were like everything was echoey, and because nobody was there, it was the off season. So he and them were like convinced that it was like haunted, but it wasn't. But it's that mood of being isolated. You know, they're at a ski resort. It's the off season. There's the only staff they saw was person at the front counter in like one like cleaner. And that's it.
We've
Yeah.
always been here.
There is one thing that I always wondered because when I watched The Shining, because I remember seeing a small bit of The Shining in Twister, the movie,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I'm actually looking it up on my phone right now because Twister Shining.
Twister gave me nightmares.
Well, yeah, because it's a realistic situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like okay, so you if you remember that particular summer,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Twister came out and Independence Day came out. Not too long,
Right.
not too far apart from each other. I remember that distinctively. I enjoyed Independence Day, and and I want to say, what year was that? What year were these movies out?
96, I think. Yeah.
96. Okay.
Twister was 96.
Yeah. So 96. Okay. Summer of 96. So Independence Day, I enjoyed the movie, and I'm 12, I think. I think I'm 12 at that time. Um, and and so I enjoyed Independence Day, and when I watched Twister, I had nightmares. Didn't have no nightmares like Independence Day.
Well,
No.
I mean, honestly,
Nice.
I can understand why.
Okay,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I live in Florida, and we have weather
I'm
phenomena.
I'm watching the clip right here, guys, and here's the crazy thing. If you look at the movie The Shining, the actual movie The Shining, and then
Right.
the scene from Twister, you'll notice a key difference. the difference is Jack Torrance, Jack Nicholson's character. He's wearing different clothes and his hair is longer.
That's funny.
Oh, really?
I'm guessing because there was probably movie right issues or
Oh, yeah.
probably some sort of a
It's
cross
very,
issue.
very possible. Very
Yeah.
possible.
That actually can
Yep.
happen pretty often, especially if they can't get rights to certain things, but they still want to include it.
Hmm.
I gotta
I
say
hear,
though, when that screen gets wiped out and has Jack Nicholson's face on it, it's like the face of evil is
yeah,
the tornado.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hear like I love watching behind the scenes and listening to commentaries and stuff like that. And I actually heard that
Yeah.
music is one of the most pain in the ass things that they have to go through trying to get rights to music, because it's not
Yep.
just the music owners, but it's also the bands. If they
Yep.
want it, they want their cut. Oh, I heard it's hell.
Hmm. Oh yeah. It is.
How you
Music is
doing,
one of
Soul
the
Assassin?
yeah. Yeah, the music
Sorry,
is one of
guys.
the worst things you know to get a hold of. It's so dicey. There's so many hands in the cookie jar.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
and if someone drops a name, well, you're gonna hear from ASCAP. You walk away. That's ASCAP. You know,
right.
you walk away from that. If they drop that name, you walk away.
Yeah,
That's someone you don't want to fight. That's someone you don't want to deal with. Um, and a lot of places have to get a ASCAP license if they're going to play music in their venue or whatever. Like we're just talking about background music, really.
right,
Once people start throwing that word around, you walk away. You look at something else.
right.
So
Well, I
I'm
remember
just
when Prince was still alive, he was very much against his music being in anything, like even on YouTube, on anything. I mean, he was very much nope. It's only on the albums. That's it.
oh
Oh wait, turns
here's something that's really interesting. There was this one I think this one company that wanted to make sure little girls got toys, and they wanted to use the song. They wanted to redo the song "Girls" from the Beastie Boys and change it with
Oh,
toys and have all these cutesy lyrics and have the girls sing it. And to the point where instead of asking them for permission, asking the Beastie Boys for permission, they went and they tried to file a lawsuit to get it public domain. And they're like,
oh,
"What the hell are you doing?" And that was totally slapped down. It's like, you know what?
right,
Um,
right,
you asked our permission. We said no. We don't want our songs used in, this type of way. To sell product. Well, even though it's in Star Trek movie, but seeing a film and buying a product is two different things.
right,
Especially in the commercial, they did not want their song in a commercial. Period. End story.
right,
And then so they tried to sue them, and of course they lost. This company lost against the Beastie Boys. It was like, yeah, you can't sue someone over
you
something
got
they
it.
own to use it in something you want to use it.
right.
We got
So,
another one. Say hello to Happy Dino.
hey, Happy
Hey, Happy
Dinosaur.
Dino.
Yay! Happy Dado!
Hmm.
Happy
What's up?
everyone here. Not much. I got a few minutes before I gotta go to work, so I figured I'd join the stream because I'm bored.
Oh,
Yeah,
welcome aboard,
here.
man.
But yeah, and also even same thing with video games. In Fallout 4, did you hear about Dion suing ZeniMax about that?
No, I didn't hear anything about Cinemax.
ZeniMax. What
Oh,
happened was,
Cinemax. Okay,
yeah,
never
what
heard of
happened
them.
is that's the parent. ZeniMax is the parent company of Bethesda. So Fallout 4 is like retro futuristic. They have like
Mhm.
songs from like the 50s. Well, his songs have been in other Fallout games and it's been fine. When it came to this one, for some reason, he decided to sue them, saying he didn't want his music being represented in violent video games. But the ironic thing is that, like,
Now,
the song itself,
is this different from New Vegas?
yeah, that's Fallout 4.
Okay.
But the
Okay, so
ironic
I know
thing was,
Fallout 3, then Fallout New Vegas. So Fallout 4 is after New Vegas.
yes,
Okay.
yeah, and so he essentially sued. They settled out of court, but it kind of raised a couple eyebrows because the song that he was talking about was "The Wanderer," and if you listen to the lyrics of the songs, it's pretty much him like having sex with different women all the time. So everyone's like, "Why are you taking moral high ground violent video games when you're just talking about laying women left, right, and center?"
I
Oh my
always
god,
like
that
the
touches on the
soundtrack
whole
of those
James
games.
Bond issue right now. I mean,
The what?
did you guys see that independent article from this writer that disagrees with the producer of James Bond that says that James Bond will never be a female? Well, this woman's like, well, I disagree. And it's like, I don't think the owner cares if you disagree or not, because here's the thing.
The
Bond
owner
is
owns the
famous for
franchise.
two
They can do what
things.
they want with it.
Exactly, but Bond is famous for two things. One, blowing shit up. Two, betting a bevy of women.
Yeah, and usually they die the next morning. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's been like the running joke.
That's one of the things that the feminist or hardcore feminist basically is like. We want that woman driving the Aston Martin. We want a woman betting a bunch of guys she doesn't know and then leaving or not.
We want a woman with a gambling
addiction,
alcohol poisoning.
They could have that, just not going to be called James Bond.
Exactly. I mean, what was Atomic Blonde? It was basically a female Bond movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Bootleg Bond.
Bootleg.
I mean, I couldn't watch Atomic Blonde because I was in jail at the time.
Speaking of bands, that's a good band name. Bootleg Blonde. Bootleg Bond.
There you go. Have somebody sing all of Blondie's songs and just say or call the band Bootleg Blonde. Sounds perfect.
I often wonder why a lot of these new wave feminists really keep harping this idea about women in movies. When if you look at history, there's been plenty of strong-willed women in movies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, plenty. They're like Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, Sigourney Weaver as Ripley. I mean, you can go down the line even further back. In the original Godzilla movie, back in 1954, Emiko Imani has one of the best roles in the movie. She actually betrays Serizawa and gives away the secret of the Austin Destroyer to defeat Godzilla, but she does it knowing that she's, that moral implication of betraying Dr. Serizawa and then signing his death warrant, essentially.
Yep. Well, basically, she did it because everybody was afraid of Godzilla, but but Serizawa's stance was this could be used to do greater harm. This is kind of worse than a nuke. And that was the one thing that they were doing in the non-Americanized version. The original Gojira was basically a stance against nuclear use. I mean, let's face it.
Or any other weapon of mass destruction, for that matter.
Exactly. I mean, the movie was made shortly after Bikini Atoll.
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah, that's what started it. Yep.
Because the Japanese realized they're doing atomic testing after they wiped us out, basically. This is not good.
It's like, oh, we need it more powerful, more dangerous.
We need more radiation, more radical radiation.
You know what? I think I want to make like a skit and about like nuclear scientists, going from the atomic bomb to the hydrogen bomb, and just have them
Right.
like want more power, and just like it's like, do we need more power? And then here comes Tim Allen. We need more power. You know.
I mean,
I mean,
one thing I never understood: what is the difference between a hydrogen bomb and an atomic?
Hydrogen bomb literally uses hydrogen as the element, and what they do is they actually it implodes first, and then what it does is the actual outer explosion is even more powerful. It's essentially a type of fission that means thermonuclear, meaning it's even like 5 times more powerful than the ones dropped on Hiroshima, Nagasaki, that sort of thing, and more
I
radiation.
thought we dropped hydrogen bombs on them.
no, we dropped atomic bombs on them.
Atomic bombs.
Okay.
The hydrogen bombs came afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
Yay, we learned
So yeah,
something.
everybody, we just got our little lesson in thermonuclear hydrogen nuclear dynamics.
I tell you, a great
Um,
movie.
Yay, learning is fun.
Yeah. A great documentary is called Atomic Bomb, the movie. It's a documentary. It's excellent. If you can find it at the library, that's the only place I found it at, because I don't think it's in circulation. But if you ever get to pick a copy up, pick it up. It's on DVD. It's very well
I'll have to
made.
check
It's
it out.
narrated by William Shatner.
What's that one
Interesting.
made-for-TV movie with John Lithgow? Or was it
When
like
was
The
that
Day
made?
After? What's that called?
I'm trying to think.
It was in the 80s. It was a height of the. It was like right. I mean, we were still in the Cold War, but
I think I know which one you're talking about, but I just can't remember the name of it.
I want to say it was like The Day After Tomorrow or something like that, or The Day After.
Sounds familiar, but those titles do too. But I don't think they're the ones that. How you doing, Keely?
Hi, Keely.
Happy day to you, Keely.
Hello.
Keely Chow.
But yeah. Just heard Lithgow's name, so every time I hear an actor's voice or name or whatever, I'm automatically taken to the last movie I saw them in. And the last movie I saw John Lithgow was The Accountant.
Anyone ever seen Harry and the Hendersons?
Yes, my favorite.
Yes, he was. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies with Lithgow in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked him in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, The Accountant, but Harry and the Hendersons was the one that really took it.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
For me, it was Third Rock from the Sun. I mean,
I never saw that show.
Oh, you are missing out, my friend.
Didn't he and his family play or pretend, or weren't they aliens in that show?
They were aliens trying to gathering information on Earth. Like, and it's not so much to destroy anything. It's just like, all right, you either have a diplomatic mission, a combat mission, or just an information gathering mission, and that was it. And for what reason, I don't know. They never explained the reason in the show why they were selected to go. They were just there. And so it was a funny show. I mean, you had one of them being the female character being in a relationship with Wayne Knight, who played a police officer.
Oh yeah. I remember
that.
And you had like one of them that would be like would receive messages, but all he would do all day was sit in front of the TV. He's like, I want one of those hamburgers with 3 buns.
Speaking of Wayne Knight, is he related to Tuesday Night? The actress?
Which one?
Because I always thought she played in a... No, she's white. She played in Friday, or not Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street movies. She played Dream Master or whatever.
Because I was gonna say Tuesday Night sounds
Or
like a
Dream
stripper
Warrior.
name.
No, she played.
Was it one of the Arquettes?
I know, right? No, she played that character. She played the character that the Arquette woman played. Not Rosanna Arquette, but the other Arquette.
Okay.
Freaking sister.
Okay.
She played in Medium, but she also
To
played. She played in the third Freddy movie.
Wikipedia.
Character was recast. Her character was recast, and it was played by the actor. I've never heard of Tuesday Night, but it does sound like a marvelous night to have. Because she wasn't that bad looking
Yes,
back.
a very happy Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm also drinking. Not alcohol.
I hate holding close. I was gonna say noon. Wow. Okay.
But yeah. But yeah, one
So
of
what
the
you got going on? What you
it's
got
like,
going
is
on
she
today,
related
Orange Hat?
today basically I'm just relaxing, letting my back heal because I pulled that muscle yesterday and it's still kind of twin. I had to go out in the morning earlier today to shovel some snow. Like, I'm being very careful shoveling. So thankfully, it wasn't as bad as it was yesterday, because yesterday was just god awful. And oh dear God, this is painful. Yeah.
Where you live, do you get a lot of
Today
snow?
I'm just Adirondacks. I live in Tupper Lake.
Okay.
But yeah, we get usually lasts up until just around mid-March, and then. But yeah, we've been having some below good, because I'm still going to do for the 300 subscribers that I got, or for hitting 300 subs. Ryan,
Awesome T-shirt.
Ryan,
I made that a long time ago.
Dude, nice, man.
Yeah.
It's an awesome T-shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
going
it
to
is.
my everyday.
Nope, I wanted to do the ice on the lake with
holes on it.
was frozen, but then we had then we had a huge warm snap of warm weather that started to thaw out the lake, and it's like, I do it now because the lake's starting to thaw a little bit. I mean, I actually saw one fishing shack go in or sink, and it's like, oh shit. And I'm like, whoever did that one was a stupid move. But yeah, so like, I don't want to do this alone, though. I want to be able to be safe while doing it. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to know who's going to be up here, and I'm going to, and I also, goes on the ice all the time for ice fish. So I figured, you know what? I'll ask him if he can help. And he's like, yeah, sure. We're going ice fishing every day that week anyway. I'm like, oh, thank God. So yeah, I'm going to be going out on the lake, doing a little ice fishing with him. I'll record a video of it. Then I'll have it uploaded. But yeah, basically what I'm going to be talking about is my very, very first ice fishing experience, which was when I was like 8 or 9 or 10. I think I was 10 or 11 years old, actually. But oh my gosh, man, we used a manual auger.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The one that you had to crank. 3 kids, 13, 12, and 11. Or 13, 12, and 10, rather. All 3 of us cranking that sucker, man. It took like a couple hours just to get through the ice. And then we only fished for like 5 or 10 minutes because it was
after that, I'd be
we were
like,
just
no,
dead.
thank you.
It's like we were just fucking dead.
Cold and
I'm
tired.
like, oh my, yeah. I mean, you can't expect kids to freaking do that, but oh my gosh, man. Oh, and the perfect person to talk to about it would be my brother. I mean, if he wants to be on the video. I mean, if he doesn't, I'm going to have to cut around him and whatnot. But yeah. I mean, yeah, that's basically my plan because all my milestone videos are themed about my hometown, where I'm from, and whatnot to give some background. My 200 milestone was I was walking around the high school, giving some background on it. I mean, I didn't give the most glowing review of the high school, but I mean, I was I explained that some wings didn't even exist when I was in the high school, but other wings did. All these cameras, they were not there when I was in high school.
Oh, we had cameras. We did.
They're actually tearing down my high school, actually.
Oh, that sucks. But
Any
yeah,
camera
you didn't have
the
to
high
be
schools
plugged
I went
in
to.
either.
I went to 2.
Now, if they were going to tear down my high school, I'd go. I'd be like, yes.
I mean, if they tear down my high school, that would be a tragedy. I mean, it'd be like, hey, at least let me go in and frickin' just scavenge this bitch.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I totally would raid the high school. But here's the thing: is here in this state, if the schools don't get a good enough test scores, they don't reopen the next year.
Really?
How the hell is my school still open then? Oh my god!
Well, this is Florida though, and I'm like,
sure.
it has to be stupid bad. It has to be like bad. And I'm sitting there thinking that's a waste of real estate. What are you gonna do with it?
Like how bad are we talking? Like trying to marry a toaster bed, or are we talking trying to put a cube?
We're talking about like a 40% graduation rate. Or worse.
Holy crap, man! We had like 80% most of the time, all the way through.
But like I said, it has to be bad. It has to be very bad. Like, most schools will go anywhere between 70 to 90 something percent. That's common. That's average. But no, like I said, if a school closes here, that it has to be really bad.
Wow. But well, no, like this high school the new high school they're building. This is the 4th high school in the last 50 years they built. I mean, the sad thing was they didn't even have a meeting about this. They told us after the fact, after they allocated money to do this, that they told the public, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're building a new high school." Well,
a meeting was had, just not for the public.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, something had to have happened.
This has been a couple times because they just built a new junior high and they did the same thing, and they got in trouble for it because this is like taxpayer money that they're using. Then they also got in trouble because they didn't pay the construction crews the right amount, and so they stopped construction on the school for like a month.
Oh, daggone.
Oh, they're terrible. They're terrible.
And that's why you don't let in. I mean, I don't care if a few of them get in. And I think it's healthy for any city or county body to have a good mix of people from all different backgrounds and professions in, but you certainly don't want them all to be from the same industry, because it could cause problems like this. I'm assuming they're all educators, right? They like to use the word educator, not teacher. They like to use the word educator and not teacher. I know it's redundant.
No, that's exactly how I would describe them. And the sad thing is, they have no business sense.
There you go. That's why you need to have the next election. You need to back whoever is like a businessman or like a construction owner or something.
Well, the sad thing is
something that's outside of education.
But the sad thing
There's
is,
a
half of them,
tycoon in there.
their parents were in the same position. So it's
Parents.
what. Yes.
Do you have the bleeding heart parents? You don't have the cool parents or the parents that want to get stuff done. You have the bleeding heart parents. Oh, I gotta have good education. It's like,
No.
yeah, you do, but
You need a business sense. Yeah.
You need some sort of business sense.
Well, mind you, I'm in a town that used to be a railroad town. All right, and you know the industry has changed so much since like the early 1900s. But there's still people in this area that are convinced, the railroad's coming back. The railroad's coming back. And they just laid off like 100 workers at the railroad yard. So it's like, no, it's not coming back. And
I mean,
people
we got the same problem with the Space Center here, except for it depends on who's in charge of the government, what's the point, what's a future of space exploration, and they found that they can't keep re-electing bureaucrats. They had to reach out to people like your Elon Musks and everybody that's going to use that looks at the future of space not as an explanation but as a luxury, and not just
a tasty bureaucrat job. Sorry.
There you go. Yeah. No, I'll put ketchup on it. You want ketchup? I'll give you all the ketchup you want.
Got any mustard?
Sure. Whatever you want, man. Sriracha sauce, pepper, you name it.
I got this German sandwich spread if you want it.
Sounds delicious.
We got some great.
Basically, the secret sauce to Big Macs, just a little bit more spicier.
Yeah.
I mean, the Germans basically outed freaking McDonald's secret sauce.
Yeah. It's not Thousand Island. What is it? It
is. There's Thousand Island in it.
Yeah.
But but they put more spices in it. And it's like, well, shave my legs and call me a bitch. They just basically manufactured the whole damn Big Mac sauce and basically just outed McDonald's. Well, you wanted to know? There you go. We're selling it bulk.
Well, call me harried and slubby with a chicken. I can make my own Big Mac now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it'll be better if you make it from the grill. Yeah.
Speaking of that,
you guys actually be real meat.
Did you guys watch The Founder with Michael Keaton?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Is it good?
That's how McDonald's start. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, back to the movie discussions. Because we got way off topic. But
we came back with
let's talk 90s movies. What's your guys' favorite 90s movies?
Well, it depends on what genre.
Yeah, which genre?
Sci-fi.
Shoot. Let's see.
Stargate.
There you go. Good one.
Terminator 2 would be a good one for me.
Yep.
1990s sci-fi.
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
I'd also say Jurassic Park.
Well, of course, you're a dinosaur.
Yeah, you're a dinosaur, of course.
It saved me from extinction, David.
Well,
you're a dinosaur, so you got a bias.
Let's see. Another good sci-fi. I mean, would
Independence Day, folks?
Would Bill and Ted count as a sci-fi?
Actually, it would. I thought those were 80s.
Well,
those were 80s films.
89, but Bogus Journey was in 90-something.
Yeah. Bogus Journey was like 2 years later, I think.
Yeah, like 91. Yeah.
But,
no, that wasn't the rewatchability of Bogus Journey is not that great right now.
No.
Go back and rewatch it. You'll be like, oh man, I can't believe I was into this.
Have you guys? Oh yeah,
they're making a Bill and Ted 3.
Yep, that's going to be out this November. Now, have you guys seen? Speaking of Independence Day, have you guys seen the special extended edition?
I have. I don't have it on Blu-ray, but I have seen the extended where they added back the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love the scene where he's trying to go to or where Julius is driving to Washington, and so they get into the other lane because they get into the other side of the highway because everybody else is trying to get in or trying to leave, and then he sees like a million. He's like, "Holy shit!" And it's like, "Good driving, pops." Yeah.
Yeah. What I like about the Independence Day film is you know, the dynamic between Jeff Goldblum and I forget the other guy's name.
Will
Played
Smith,
Which
No.
one? The one that played the
Judd
president?
Hirsch,
the one that played the dad. The
Judd
guy
Hirsch.
that was
That's
on
Judd
the guy
Hirsch.
played today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a great dynamic there.
Yeah.
The thing is, they actually aged him, Judd Hirsch, because he looked so young. And the funny thing is, they aged him to look older, and like 20 years later, that's what he looks like in real life. And it's like, holy shit, so they had to age him up a little bit more. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's ridiculous. Like I watched the episode with him. He was in Law and Order SVU. He actually looks younger in that, and that was done like 6 or 7 years later.
Yeah, because they aged him up so much.
He's in that television show Donut Shop, which the first few episodes weren't that bad, but then the rest of it just became repeat and repeat, and just
Judd Hirsch, wasn't he also in Numbers?
Don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not a big Roland Emmerich fan, but I like Judd Hirsch.
Oh, speaking of Taxi, you know, the show that he was in. Also, if you think about Tony Danza, is there a role that he ever took?
Yeah, I'm gonna go now, guys. I got ready for work.
Alrighty, take it easy, Happy Dino. Thanks for stopping by.
Later, man.
So a happy day for all.
Happy, dude.
Happy.
I was gonna say, has there ever been a role that Tony Danza played where
Yeah,
he wasn't
leave.
Tony?
That was such an exit.
Yeah.
What did he say? Feriot or something like that?
He might have been trying to hang up. You know how I asked you some questions?
Yeah.
Or it takes a minute, especially on mobile. Like I'll hit the leave button. I'm like leave, and then it's like.
Yeah, I know. When I'm trying to end the broadcast, it's like 5 to 10 seconds, and it's like, oh, just end the goddamn thing. But yeah, one of the great things about it's like one person actually made the comment, how come Judd Hirsch didn't age for Independence Day when they did it 20 years later?
Oh, the Independence Day sequel was trash.
It's a guilty pleasure. If it, objectively, yes, it has some bad writing because that one kid.
I mean, it could have been done right. I mean, it wasn't, as far as the story and plot line, it wasn't bad. What was bad was the way it was executed and what they did everything, how they did everything.
I was just mad with the second one because the girl who plays the president's daughter in the first one, she's still an active actress. And they didn't call her at all. They said she wasn't pretty enough. They literally said that. It's like, oh, come on.
That's just fucking bullshit.
I don't even remember, who played the president's daughter. That was she supposed to be the president in that movie?
No, she was her assistant.
Yeah.
But the old president was still alive, but he was crazy, you know.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me ask my Echo Dot. Alexa, who played the president's daughter in Independence Day?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Insider.com, Mae Whitman played the president's daughter, Patricia Whitman.
Mae Whitman, yeah.
Yep, Mae Whitman.
Yeah, she's still pretty active. She's been on like TV shows and stuff like that. So
I'm gonna look her up right now.
So you got a spy in your home. Tell Alexa she'll never find my gold. You can't find my gold.
I mean, oh my gosh. Did you guys ever hear what happened with Rosetta when I was on her stream with my Echo Dot?
What happened?
She says out loud, because I didn't have my headphones in, and it's the main reason why I now wear headphones now. She's like, she asks her to freaking order 20,000 rolls of toilet paper. Thing is, guess what happens? Freaking she does it, except she does her Except that she does oh my god, I'm looking at Mae Whitman right now. And let me tell you something right now. They should have cast her.
Yeah,
Holy
I know.
crap, she's hot. She is hot.
That's what I mean.
She's hotter than the one that they picked.
Yeah, I know. It's the stupid reason. It really is. Because they didn't call her anything, but yeah, she's still an actress, so you know.
And they didn't call Will Smith either. So
Will Smith, yeah. So they killed his character off. Actually,
yeah.
They made him a casualty off screen.
Did you see the SNL episode? They had Weekend Update, and this was a long time ago, just during the time of Independence Day, the first movie. And it's like, oh, here's Bill Clinton. It's like, now my favorite part of the movie was when the president's wife died. It's like, and what about Will Smith's stripper friends? Does she have more friends? Would she like to introduce those friends to the president?
Holy shit, that is good.
I mean, Daryl Hammond did a really good Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
And so did what's his name? Oh shoot. Name's on the tip of my tongue. His name. Crap, it'll come back to me. But I remember. Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman did a good Bill Clinton. And wouldn't you know it, John Lovitz to this day blames Andy Dick for Phil Hartman's death. And to the point where he beat the shit out of him at a nightclub.
Oh,
why was what really happened with that?
Well, okay, they were at a news radio party,
Right.
Phil Hartman was part of News Radio, that TV show, and so was Andy Dick. And Andy Dick brought a little bag of cocaine, gave it to Phil Hartman's wife, who was a recovering cokehead, and she killed him. Yeah. On a coke rage. So John Lovitz totally whooped the crap out of Andy Dick at a nightclub. And this was 10 years later.
Well, let's face it, Andy Dick's not exactly a fighter.
Oh yeah. But I mean, could you imagine John Lovitz just going to town on anybody?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a look at John Lovitz. I forgot what he looks like.
Yeah.
He's the pudgier guy. Yeah, City Slickers.
Yeah. Did you seen the movie Benchwarmers?
He's the rich geek.
Yeah, he's the rich dad of one of the geeks.
Well, I'm looking him up right now. So.
You ever seen Rat Race?
No.
No.
All right, almost every Adam Sandler movie.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of them.
Oh, Satan! Gotcha.
There you go. Yeah, that's the ticket.
He's the one that played in that show. He's the one that played in that show where Satan calls him in the very first episode. Why didn't you guys just say A League of Their Own? I wouldn't know exactly who it was.
Because I barely even watched A League of Their Own.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he was the recruiter.
That's great right. For female empowerment, man. No, seriously, that's a movie that's historically good and shows female empowerment.
Yep.
Hold on. The movie Mars Attacks, was that 90s or early 2000s?
I want to say late 90s.
Year did Mars Attacks come out?
The film Mars Attacks cut 24 years ago on December 13th, 1996.
1996.
Okay.
Late 96.
I'll be.
I thought that was a pretty good movie because... Was he?
Yeah, Natalie Portman was in it.
Oh, Natalie Portman. I thought you said Donald Trump. I'm like, wait, what?
No. Well, that movie almost had everyone in the casting. I mean... Yeesh.
Tom Jones was in the film.
Yeah, Jack Black.
Oh yeah. Everyone and their mother was in that. I mean, freaking
Jack
James
Nicholson,
Bond
Danny
himself was in
DeVito.
it at the time.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was shocked because Pierce Brosnan bit it in that movie because he was James Bond at the time. Everybody's like, "Yeah, you gotta kill James Bond." Then, well, let's face it. Boom.
What, they make him like a news reporter, or no? They made him like a cabinet member or something.
Yeah, they made him a scientist cabinet member.
Yeah.
Kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's the one that decoded their language.
Heck, they killed Michael J. Fox in that, and he was hardly even in it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, man. They had everybody and their freaking mom in that movie.
My favorite character was the grandma in that film.
Yeah, when they're doing the 21 gun and she's just covering her ears just so she could get a damn medal.
It is like when they vaporized Congress, like, they blew up Congress.
Yeah, she starts laughing.
Yeah, well, I think they should right now. Well, not really, but not really. Not really, folks.
Remember,
not really, folks.
Works for the CIA. Just ask her. She won't. She don't answer.
Oh yeah, Alexa, do you work for the CIA? Holy shit, she didn't answer.
No, I work for Amazon.
No, she says no. I work for Amazon.
Okay, so they fixed that problem. It would glow and then it would shut off. Oh no! Look up. Ask Alexa does she work for the CIA on YouTube? It's creepy. Yeah.
Oh, you guys want to hear another one? Alexa, do you know Skynet?
We don't really talk after what happened.
Did you hear that? It's like, damn! What the hell happened between you two?
Ask Alexa to locate Chuck Norris.
Alexa, locate Chuck Norris.
If Chuck Norris wants you to know where he is, he'll find you. If he doesn't, he won't know until it's too late.
Oh my god. That just makes me feel so much better. Oh my gosh. If Chuck Norris doesn't want you to know where he is, or if Chuck Norris wants you to know where he is, he'll find you. It's like, okay.
Did you guys hear about the learning AI they had to shut down?
Oh yeah. They created their own language, started having their own conversation, and it got too creepy too fast.
Yeah, like it was like,
if you don't put limitations on your AI, it's going to get way out of control.
Well, they had another AI too, and this was internet based. So what they did was it was supposed to be a learning AI. Well, all of a sudden, it started saying like Nazis are good. Call me dad. I want to call someone daddy and all kinds of stuff.
Oh my gosh! They gave it freaking Nazi porn. Jeez.
Oh yeah, like because it was learning from the internet, so it was looking at comments. And so, yeah, literally, that's what it ended up doing, and so they had to shut it down.
Orange Hat, ask Alexa who's her daddy.
Oh my gosh! Why?
I don't know. I just want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Alexa, who's your daddy? She doesn't answer. She clicked on, then she clicked off. I mean, she does come in handy. She freaking comes in handy when I'm or when I need to like know certain quick things and whatnot. It's like if I wake up in the middle of the night, I basically log what times I wake up and this and that.
Oh, do you see what a kid accidentally asked Alexis to play porn?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a video. It was like Alexa, please play Tickle Tickle, and I don't know what he was trying to probably to ask about playing a song or something. And then so it starts giving the description about two naked ladies and all this other stuff. And the parents are like,
Yeah, that
no,
was a
Alexa,
commercial, I believe. Yeah, they made it a commercial. It was a band commercial. Oh my gosh, did you guys ever see the band Pop Rocks commercial?
I'm not sure if I ever did.
It was basically a student bribe teacher with blowjob because she got a failing grade. And let's just say it was an actual Pop Rocks commercial. They don't show anything. They don't show this or that. And he's like, yeah, you're going to have to do way better than that. And so she puts the Pop Rocks in her mouth, and it's like, yep, that got him. And she's like, get your rocks off. And then he's like, ugh. And then they actually show the shot. It's like, oh my God.
I think I remember that.
Do that. They actually showed the flat against her face. It's like, what? It's like, holy shit. I remember that. It's like, oh my God. I can't believe that they actually did a commercial like that.
That's like,
it's like, oh, damn.
If you go onto YouTube and you look up band commercials that were really aired, and it's like some of them are like, wow.
I mean, holy shit.
You know that they you know how they sex sells, and you remember the 90s commercials for herbal essence shampoo?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm remembering 80s and 90s commercials back from of things I never even heard of nowadays, or they don't exist. There was a dude there was this chick and this guy in a freaking hot tub, and these futuristic Ghostbusters looking mofos come in, scans the dude's mouth. Yeah, it looks terrible in there. So they give him some mouthwash so he can make out with his girlfriend in a hot tub. It's like weird. Back then, it just made no sense to me, but nowadays it was like, wow.
You know, I have an idea, and I wonder if they'll go for it. You think when Alex Trebek passes, if they decide to continue on Jeopardy, you think they should replace him with Ben Stein?
No. Just no. No.
But if there was ever
you want to know why?
I was gonna say
because I suddenly
if there was ever a replacement host for Alex Trebek, I think Ben Stein would fit.
I just can't see it without Alex Trebek.
Yeah, without Alex. No, yeah, it's all Alex Trebek. Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I think the show would be done, or at least for a generation, and then they'll reboot it.
Yeah, it would have to be off air for a while. Orange, you still there, dude? Orange? Yeah, his internet's acting up again.
For a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be like yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be
back. But it's gonna be like almost what they did for Drew Carey. When Bob Barker retired.
Right.
Now Alex Trebek, as you know, has got what kind of cancer?
Wasn't pancreatic?
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna hang on for as long as he can, but
yeah,
it's either gonna end the show, or they're looking for someone now to replace him. And
right.
I think out of respect, they need to at least because I wouldn't want to unless it was his request. I wouldn't want to try to find a replacement because he already has enough on his plate. Heck, Jeopardy is Alex Trebek, you know.
I told you I'd be back.
It is. All right, you're back?
I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I noticed that you guys suddenly went quiet while I was answering, and it's like, oh crap. Did it freeze on me? And it's but yeah, I'm reminded of Ferris Bueller if Ben Stein does Jeopardy.
But then again, Ben Stein's not too far from the grave himself because he is old.
Right.
Older, yeah. Well, let's find out. Alexa, how old's Ben Stein?
Ben Stein is 75 years old. He was born on November 25th, 1944. Would you also like to know the net worth of Ben Stein?
Sure.
Ben Stein is worth an estimated $20 million US.
Okay, so if I kind of X out Ben Stein, do I get that 20 million?
You have to get Ben Stein to adopt you.
Yeah, true. Oh, so that's how it works. Ben, will you adopt me? So have you guys ever seen the movie The Accountant with Ben Affleck and Anna Kendrick and John Lithgow and Robert Bernthal?
I have not.
Bits and
Yeah,
pieces.
the guy that plays the Punisher in the Netflix series plays in that movie. And it's about an autistic assassin.
Oh, speaking of Punisher, have you seen the movie The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren?
Yes.
You asked me, I think you asked me that yesterday, and I did not, sadly.
I don't think I did not ask you that question.
Oh, somebody else did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one film that Stan Lee did not make a cameo in.
Yeah, he didn't make it, or he didn't start doing cameos until Spider-Man 1, or until the Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, I believe.
X-Men.
Or yeah, the X-Men movies, yep.
Yep.
Wait, he was in X1? Where?
On the beach getting a hot dog. Or selling a hot dog.
Oh shit, that's right!
Yeah.
Where was he in X2? X2 was...
I'm trying to remember.
Alexa, did Stan Lee do a cameo in X-Men 2?
Sorry, I don't know that.
You useless bitch. What good are you if you don't know movies? I'm a movie person, for crying out loud, woman.
Alexa, order the movie model.
She can't hear you.
Oh man, I know that.
But if I wanted to, I could actually get her to only respond to me.
But I was gonna say, you can do. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if he was in any X-Men movies after X1.
He was in X3 as the or during the introduction of Jean Grey as a kid. He was watering his lawn.
Yeah,
and it just started going up. And it's like, huh, well, I guess Stan Lee's not limp anymore. Somebody said that in the freaking theater. That movie, when I saw X3 in the theater, yes, that movie is creepy, or it's not creepy, but it's bad, but it's also creepy in some not so good ways. But I literally got scared looking at freaking Famke Janssen and Dark Phoenix digital look. It scared the hell out of me when she was ripping apart freaking Charles Xavier. It's like, that kind of is just creepy.
And you get then you get Days of Future Past that just like redoes the timeline.
Yeah, and I just love how Wolverine just goes up to her, Jean, and then Scott's like, "Hey, pal, take it easy there." It's like, and you could see the disappointment on Wolverine's face, like, God damn it, he's still alive. Shit.
Yep.
But in Days of Future Past, actually, Storm and Wolverine were a couple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they actually did. I like in the special or the gag reel where she kisses Wolverine, she just runs off going yes, and I'm like, oh geez, chill out. I mean, weren't you in a movie with him, Swordfish?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, speaking of that movie, you've seen that movie, right?
Gosh.
Yes.
Did you know that his wife was under the table during the BJ scene?
Oh really? Well, I know it was wife.
Giving him a BJ or no?
No, the other woman was giving him. The other woman was giving it to him, but she was coaching her.
Look, I don't think a BJ was actually given.
No, but they were. No, you're right. Actually, no. But the thing is, she was actually talking with the woman and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
True, but they do there are movies that have had sex scenes where they actually do have sex.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I mean, with or believe it or not, it's actually highly speculated that Billy Bob Thornton and Halle Berry did the nasty.
Yeah, I heard that one too. I think that's the most famous one.
because Hollywood is a sadistic cult.
True, but we're not getting into that right now. We are getting into the.
But you can find
she was actually under the table
on my channel. I will talk about how sadistic cult Hollywood is.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, we could do that too. But I also do like talking about behind the scene funny things that I've learned about behind the scenes and shit. I mean, it is just hilarious shit. She's actually under the table talking to him. She's like, "Are you okay that I'm down here like this?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, but just so you know, if they actually did want him to have a blowjob during the scene, I would be the one doing it." Well, it's like, damn, man. Yeah, I read that in a Playboy freaking article when he did his thing for Playboy. He actually pissed himself on stage one time too.
Oh, speaking of Playboy, do you remember that short stint? And I don't go to Playboy anyways. That where they didn't have any nudes in Playboy and just the article, and who's it ripped him a new one? Jenna Jameson ripped him a new one. It's like, yeah, who gets Playboy just for the articles?
Well, apparently some people did, but I know that whoever did that got fired.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you think's gonna happen when you hand over the empire to the fembots?
One of his 7 wives.
I think it was his children, one of his daughters.
Yeah, it was one of his daughters who took it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that did not bode well. I don't know. Are they still around?
Which one, the kids or his wives?
Playboy, are they still around?
I don't know. Let me ask her. Alexa, is Playboy still around?
Here's something I found on the web. According to 145.1.techmuseum.tapspot.com, Playboy, born in 1953, is still putting out print issues.
They're still around.
Okay.
Of course, that website that she just named, I couldn't name it for the hell of it or for the life of me. That's .com. It's like, could you repeat that?
Alexa looks at porn. Ask Alexa if she watches porn.
She will definitely say no, but okay. Alexa, do you watch porn?
I'd rather not answer that.
What the fuck? What the actual fuck? She'd rather not. What are you doing, woman? God damn!
That's pretty much admitting it.
Holy dude, somebody make a cut of this. Somebody make a cut of that right there. And like, holy shit, oh my God. Brian, make a cut of this little segment.
Okay. Where are we at? We are at
123. Let's just say at like 122 to 124. Oh my gosh. That would just be nuts. I'd rather not answer. What the fuck? Oh my God, man. Shit, I'd rather not answer that. Why can't you just say no?
Because she's a robot. She's not programmed to. She can't lie.
That's true. Wait.
Ask Alexa.
Alexa, can you lie?
I'm not always right, but I don't lie.
I'm not always right, but I don't lie. Okay, good. Whew.
Well, I'm waiting for Japan to like release like full-fledged, sex bots.
They already have those, dude.
Well,
Yeah, they got those things now.
rudimentary ones.
Are you? Yeah.
Dude, they also introduced them into the porn world.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, it's Japan. I mean, what else are they going to do?
No, I'm talking about the American porn world.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah,
They
probably
they actually had a sex doll put in a couple of porn videos, and I'm like, are you serious right now? I'm not coming back to this freaky shit.
How
I
realistic?
prefer to see live women.
How realistic looking does it? I mean, did you know?
Or it doesn't look like
They aren't using the AI ones. They aren't using the robots. They're using the dolls.
Oh,
no.
And I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me, man. That's just disturbing. But it's also part of the whole taboo things or they market as actual taboo videos and whatnot. And I'm like, hey, you do your freaky crap wherever, man. I'm not coming back to that site ever. No. I prefer to see women, not carbon copy thingies that are not real.
Yeah, true. So anyway, all right. Good. So from the 80s, what's your favorite kid adventure movie?
Kid adventure movie? That would be The Goonies. If we're talking 80s.
Yep.
And Orange Hat as
Orange Hat? Oh. All right. Yeah, Goonies is one of my favorite. Believe it or not, that's actually how I met my wife. We were on a bus trip to Pittsburgh, and we were sitting together, and we were watching the Goonies.
Oh wow!
Yeah, really cool.
So whereabouts in Pennsylvania are you around?
I said, well, Blair County, which is in central Pennsylvania, but we're closer to.
Oh, you're closer to Pittsburgh. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so we're like central west central, some like around there. Because if I were to leave my place, it would take about an hour and 45 minutes to get to Pittsburgh, but it would take about 2 hours and 15 minutes to go to Philadelphia.
Welcome back, Orange Hat.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry about that. It's just weird.
So we were talking about what's your favorite 80s kids adventure movie?
You guys.
Oh, he's cutting out again.
Oh, yeah. He's probably answering, and it's like we're like silent to him. Yeah, Goonies is classic. Have you gotten to see Stranger Things?
No, have not.
Oh, yeah, that is a very good show if you have Netflix.
Yeah, I've kind of ditched Netflix just because it's just I think there's an oligopoly happening where you release a couple good shows on the streaming service, and the rest of your content is stuff you could either care less about or stuff you've seen before,
right?
Or they're not that good, and then you have another streaming service that releases their season of whatever, and then when that's done, they got the same thing, and then you have another one and another one. So it's either to get you to pay for all of them, or you subscribe, then you unsubscribe. You drop until the new season of whatever comes out.
Right.
So, that's how it is. It's this whole cord cutting thing. Well, if everybody's got a streaming service that you got to pay anywhere from $8 to $20 for, and
it's going to be more expensive than cable. by the time they're all done.
I mean, once you rack it all up, it's gonna be.
Yeah, because every single channel is getting their own streaming service, and it's getting ridiculous. I agree with that completely.
And they're gonna have no choice but to release these premiere shows, and I think they've already done it on DVD or Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And so you go and you buy that because you're certainly, they'll know if you're not gonna stick with them and you still like the show, so you're still gonna buy the DVD.
Right. And yeah, like look at CBS with the whole Star Trek stuff. It's like I'm not paying for that just to watch your crappy Star Trek Discovery or whatever.
No, not when you have the VHS box set of all 6 Star Trek movies.
Yeah, exactly.
The DVD box set of all 3 new Star Trek movies, and the DVD box set of all the Next Generation Star Trek movies, and all the episodes on DVD of Next Gen and original series.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know.
By the time you pay for all that, no way should you have to ever get CBS All Access for any reason.
Exactly. Yeah, but sadly, I mean, you're starting. They're starting that trend now where there's these exclusive shows only on their streaming service, and it's a bad precedent to set because now a lot are doing it.
Yeah.
You back?
Guys, I entered the studio and you guys were just gone.
Oh,
we're here.
And I'm like,
yep.
What?
Yeah, we've been here.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I was all alone. I'm like, what happened to my friends? But yeah. Hold on. Somebody's messaging me. Oh, my buddy. I'm gonna let him know that I am live.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you could text him the link.
Exactly. I'm messaging him the link.
Orange Hat, I gotta get going. I got some other chores I gotta do.
Somebody wants to come in. His name's Cage.
Oh, Cage.
Okay.
I'm gonna say hi to Cage.
All right. Here we go. How you doing?
All right. Anyways, man, I gotta dip out. I got some things
All
I
right.
gotta do.
Take care, Brian.
Take it easy.
All right, later. So at the 123 mark, we start talking about Alexa and that she admits to watching pornography.
Okay.
All right, take it easy.
Hashtag blame Busty Barbie.
Yeah.
You're never gonna let me let that shit down.
Yeah.
But how you doing, Cage? We can't hear you if you've tried talking. Try leaving and coming back in.
Yeah.
That might help. Yep.
I think it just depends on like the internet and if it's good
like I say, if there's a silent spell, I'm having internet issues, like the banner says. I mean, cue the Robert Downey Jr. Avengers joke. Well, issues are not all that common. 1 in 5. Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
How you doing?
I can hear you.
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. You?
Good, man. Thank you. I came here randomly. I'm not sure what you guys are all about or whatever. Just randomly come and talk to people. So let's hop on hop on the stream or whatever.
Yep, that's cool.
Yeah,
I put it in the chat for a reason. We talk movies, we talk all sorts of things and whatnot.
Oh, that's good, man. I love movies, man.
Nice.
You have a favorite genre?
Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we can.
Oh.
What the?
What?
Okay. He left again. He'll be back.
Yeah.
Give him a sec. But yeah. So
Sounded like
did you
he
hear
was
about
moving around, so he might have to go somewhere.
Yep. Did you hear about the links to or the leaks, not links, leaks of GVK? Godzilla
Yeah,
versus
I
Kong.
heard some of them, and I saw the image of the toy fair that they had. So there's been looks like all but confirmation that Mechagodzilla is going to be in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. It's like, they did kind of push for suspension of reality in the second movie. I mean, first movie, it was very, very grounded. The second movie, or then they had...
They go full Toho on him. On
Yeah.
Godzilla.
I mean, that's complete... and that was completely their choice.
Possible.
I mean...
Yeah, I liked it. I liked how they went with it because, well, actually, also you had Kong Skull Island in between the two. So the
that
suspension
was the setup for this one.
Was getting progressively more, outlandish. But at the same time, this one they just went full all in, and I loved it.
I know. I mean, they went mystical. I mean, if you actually have you read the book to King of the Monsters?
Yes, I have the novel. Yes,
I do too.
And
I also have the art novel and everything.
Yep, I have both. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because it fills in a bit of the plot details.
Yep. One of the things that a lot of people have not touched on this. I am surprised that a lot of people did not put this in, or the Godzilla channels. Rodan has a special ability in the book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He
can trigger volcanoes, not just by flying over them. He can somehow trigger them.
Yep.
And it's like,
that's
how did the bigger channels not? How did they not touch on this shit?
Yeah, it's.
Here we go. He's
I know.
Back.
Okay.
We're talking Godzilla right now. So,
Godzilla.
Did you see Godzilla King of the Monsters?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I had a phone call. I'm on my phone, so it cut me off.
That's okay.
I understand. Yeah. That's not a big deal. But yeah, we were talking about like differences between the movie and the book, and the book kind of fills in a bit more of the gaps. They also talked that when Kong heard Ghidorah's call, he kind of just was like, "Yeah, oh well," didn't care.
So, did you see, or you said you saw it? What did you think of the movie?
It was pretty good. Like I like movies like I like more like psychological thriller type things, more than like fantasy type things. Like.
Oh, nice.
My favorite stuff is like stuff based on real life.
Cool.
Stuff like that.
We have
like
a favorite movie.
True events. Oh, man, that's a hard one. That's a hard one.
There's
so many of them.
Well, Richard Jewell should be right up your alley then.
I like this one's not based on real life, but like Memento, like movies like that.
Oh yeah,
I've heard of it.
Stuff like the ones that like really like make you think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one was a bit. I remember when I first saw that, it was kind of like trippy at first, and it's like
it was,
I kind of had to rewatch it to see what I missed.
Yeah, exactly.
The Alex Cross movie, I like the Alex Cross movies with Morgan Freeman. Those movies got you thinking too. It's like, who could be the killer?
Yeah, that's why I like it. Never a good movie. You ever see the movie Just Cause?
Oh, Just Cause. Yeah, I've seen that one.
It's got Sean Connery in it.
Yeah,
Lord
the accent. Yeah.
How you doing, Fender Fire?
Hey, how's it going? But that's a great movie. As far as like crime movie, psychological movie. What else is there? Well, I'm sure you've seen like Silence of the Lambs. And
of course. I'm one of these people. I have a collection of movies. I'm like one of these people who actually buy them still.
I mean, believe it or not, when the Matrix movie came out, the original Matrix movie, that movie was considered a psychological thriller, sort of, but also a sci-fi as well, because it actually made people wonder, what is reality?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at some of my movies now. I'll just list you off some random ones I have here. Like Stealing Harvard, The Giver, Mystic River, Dumb and Dumber. And we got Escobar or something. The Ice Harvest. The Stanford Prison Experiment, Old School, Good People, Bone Tomahawk, Inception, Alpha Dog, He Was a Quiet Man, I Am Sam, Narc or something,
nice.
Limitless, Blow, Artificial Intelligence, V for Vendetta, Eastern Promises, Goodfellas, A Beautiful Mind. Just random shit like that. Bad Lieutenant.
V for Vendetta is one of my favorite movies of all time.
My collection is sick. Like every movie in my collection is a good movie to watch.
Yeah. I mean, V for Vendetta, man. That movie, it's like, holy crap. That's
another very good,
that's a really, really good movie.
Makes you think.
It's a movie that actually, I'm like, huh. It gets you to wonder, man.
It really does.
Yeah. It essentially says how like the government is part of these inside jobs to make them more popular.
Another really highly rated one is Shawshank Redemption.
Yep.
That one's really good.
Green Mile.
Yeah, Green Mile.
Green Mile is my
Green Mile. Oh my gosh, man. Green Mile.
Have you guys ever watched Stephen King's The Stand? It's like a 3-part. It's like a 3-part. It's like 3 movies in one.
It's called
The Stand. It's a crazy story.
I haven't gotten to.
Just check that one out.
But the Green Mile, man, that movie. I read the book and the movies, and the book is actually broken up into, or if you don't have the main volume, the book is actually broken up into like 2 or 3 or 4 books.
Aren't they like really short books?
Yeah, they're like short,
I read
short style books. But oh my gosh, man, that movie was epically done, and everybody thought, well, Stephen King, it's probably going to just be a horror movie, and it's like, this ain't a horror movie
at all. No,
I mean, yeah, they have that. They have that one scene where the guy gets fried dry with a dry sponge, but that was about it.
Yeah.
You guys still hear me? Okay, good.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yep. That part is insane.
But oh my gosh, man!
That bastard doesn't wet the sponge on purpose. That fucking bastard.
Yeah, he does it, or he does it just. And freaking Hanks notices, he's like, the sponge is dry. Yeah. And oh my gosh, even the freaking warden was ready to kill wanted to kill that guy.
His name was Percy, remember him? He pissed his pants after.
Yep. and that was the reason why he wanted to kill the Frenchman, because the Frenchman freaking just laughed his ass off at him, pissing his pants and whatnot.
I felt so bad when the black guy died.
When Coffee died,
Coffee, yeah.
I mean, there are so many freaking messages in in that movie alone, man. Just the most of what John Coffey says, you hang on every word.
I think one of the most like mind-boggling movies I ever watched was like what's it called? Enter the Void. That one just like messed with your mind.
I'll have to check that out.
That was a weird one.
But yeah, I mean, that matter, get an Oscar for.
I think he's cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out really bad, man.
Once in a while, his internet acts up, so we'll probably come in and come back out.
Yeah.
But
Enter the Void. You should check that one out. It's about like reincarnation. It's about DMT in there. It's like a weird one.
Oh, okay. I'll check that one out. Now, do you watch like a lot of the documentaries too, like about true crime?
Yeah, I love documentaries. That's what I watch nowadays. Mostly documentaries.
Did you see the documentary? It's called Cropsy.
Cropsy. What's that about again?
Okay, so it's talking about there were these murders in New York.
It is about children. New York. Yeah. It's about the children and like that abandoned house thing. Yeah.
The children. Oh yeah, that's a great documentary. Another one, they did a sequel documentary called Urban Killers, which is about all the different urban myths, if they're real or not.
Yeah, and they watched it. It was on Netflix. Right? It was on Netflix.
Yeah, and they actually found out that there were a lot of murders that where like these popular myths and popular culture got their ideas from.
Yeah, like the boogeyman and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like but they actually went further into and tried to find out like a lot of these murders were unsolved, and they were kind of looking into like the police investigation and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Like the in the original Halloween, Michael Myers kills these babysitters. Well, that's actually based on a real crime where this young woman was killed while she was babysitting the neighbor's kids, and the investigation actually kind of like steered into the fact that it might have been the dad of the kids who killed her, because he broke a window where the guns were, and so she went to the other side of the room. So obviously she wouldn't have been able to get the gun because she was trained on how to use a handgun. So it's a lot of people think it was like it's somebody who knew that place very well.
Yeah. Even one of them that's also based on it, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is also based off someone named Ed Gein, which was a real serial killer.
Yes. Yeah, and he would actually dig up.
Nightmare on Elm Street was actually based on a real killer himself, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yep. There was a guy named Frederick Krueger, and he killed kids.
Oh, wow, man. A lot of these things have inspiration, I guess, taken from reality.
Yep.
Well, some fantastical things are often taken or have a sense of reality in it.
Yeah.
Did you guys kind of feel like... I know this is kind of random. Do you guys ever feel like we're kind of living in our own movie, in a way? Not like...
In a way, yeah.
Not really, but like, like, have you guys ever like heard about simulation theory? How we may be in like a simulated reality or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically they call it the Matrix theory.
Yeah, technically. So if that is, so what if there's like an algorithm to it and your mind correlates to the algorithm, like your thought, your subconscious mind and all that?
That would be one interesting thing. I mean,
like, synchronicities you see in your life, like coincidences, stuff like that.
Yep.
Possible.
I mean, shoot, man. Like I said, that's why they called The Matrix originally a psychological thriller.
Yep. Hey, another good one is it's called The 13th Floor. You ever see that one?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it, though.
So essentially...
I haven't seen The 13th Floor, but I've seen The 13th Warrior.
Oh, yeah. 13th Warrior is excellent.
It's one that's like The Matrix. There is. It's similar to it.
Yeah, 13th Floor is kind of similar to The Matrix. What it is it's these high-powered computers that create this simulation. Well, what they find out is you can actually die in that if you're too connected into it. Like if you start to think that truly is real. And it's very interesting movie.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that does sound interesting.
What's really crazy is like if I could send you guys a link, I made like a little part 1 of a little documentary thing I made myself. If you guys want to take a look at it, it's only about like 10 minutes long, but it's about like simulation and all that. I can have a Google
Set the
Drive
link in the private chat.
Yeah, I could send a Google Drive link. It's like a big file. You just click on it, and then Google Drive, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
But yeah, we're already getting this technology, like just like the Matrix. I put it in there, like they use something called a robotic inserter, and they put these like microscopic wires in between the neurons of the brain. We're doing this right now.
It almost sounds like Altered Carbon from Netflix. You see, or have any of you guys seen that show?
Not yet.
I haven't.
Altered Carbon. It's a great show. They're not afraid to show everything in that show either.
I'm gonna check it out. I've been trying to find some new stuff to watch.
But yeah, I mean, that show's definitely not for kids, so don't watch it around any kids. I mean, seriously, they show everything.
Like
guys' things and women's things.
Oh. I thought it was like brain surgery or something.
No, Altered Carbon is basically you can die, but there's a disc in your spine that has all of your memories and whatnot. and they just slip it into another body, and you can live again.
Huh.
And rich people can actually have themselves cloned so that they can stay in their own body and whatnot. The guy from A Knight's Tale who and Resident Evil plays in that, or in Altered Carbon. That dude is not modest. He just comes out freaking Willie just wagging everywhere, man. It's like, dude, seriously, put on a freaking towel. I don't want to see that shit.
Like, did you see the movie?
I mean, hey, the women also freaking walk around with there's a fight scene with a woman that's completely freaking naked. Have you guys ever seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Male nudity is kind of rare in movies and shit.
Yeah. Have you seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? You know the woman that plays Sky's mother?
Oh, yeah.
She plays an Altered Carbon. You see everything on her too, man. And it's like,
oh, wow.
Okay, I can get that. I can abide. Please, more of that. But yeah,
like, you gotta do what you gotta do to get that paycheck as an actor, I guess.
Well, thing is, Altered or Netflix, they allow, or basically, it's kind of where people go to have their, or to really let go of their. You guys still there?
Yep.
Okay, good. I just thought my internet cut out again. But yeah, Netflix is basically where some actors go to have their to get their jollies with their career. I mean,
yeah, true.
There's things that happen in freaking Netflix that they don't do in their main Hollywood, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, Altered Carbon is basically one of those things.
Who misses going to, like, when I was a kid, I remember going to Blockbuster. You know?
Yeah.
Way before the internet. It was different back then. Now everything is so accessible. Now we just have so much stuff. Like, back then, like, watching someone was, like, a lot harder to do.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was living down in Syracuse, there was a place that you could go rent movies, but you could also freaking buy movies. They also had an adult section.
Yep. Oh, really? I remember the adult section.
Yeah. We have ones. I'm in Toronto, Canada, and we have ones like that too. We actually had a family friend who owned one of those movie stores back in the day. And they had a whole section. If you go downstairs, they have like the pornography, and then they have like banned movies and all these movies that you're not supposed to get back then.
Like Faces.
The movie Kids is now
for example,
officially
like
banned for re-release.
Like bum fights and all that fucking weird shit. Yeah.
Oh, really? Kids was banned.
It's now officially banned to be, or not allowed to be redistributed or printed to be sold.
Why?
Because it crosses the line, because it's technically underage sex.
Well, Did you ever see Brooke Shields' movie of that baby?
No.
Oh, she did that when she was like 12. She's topless in it. And she's also like, in one scene, she's like practically completely nude.
See, that director be getting like, he'd be in federal jail right now in this day and age.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how they allowed that to happen.
That movie was allowed to happen because it was filmed outside of this country, but it was also under the express protection of art, or what is art, or something like that. It still got made and still got distributed, but it's not being obviously distributed now. But yeah,
they also had, or if you actually look at Aliens 3, they also have, or when they're doing the autopsy, you'll actually see Newt's dead body naked.
Right.
And it's like, that whole scene made me very uncomfortable. It's like, I don't want to be looking at kids like that, man. That's just not.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching some video on YouTube about banned video, like banned movies that are produced, and one of the worst ones, I forget the name of it. It was some cannibal movie, Cannibal Island.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Some like Italian director, right? There's some Italian director. Apparently, like, he got charged after. because they're like killing animals, doing like crazy shit, and like feeding people to other people, and like it was actually happening on camera. There was, like,
I wonder
it was,
how
like,
they
black
did
and
the
white.
damn human centipede.
Oh yeah, that one's just odd. I remember when
That's a weird one.
South Park was making fun of that.
Yeah, I remember that. South Park makes fun of everything.
But
you guys ever heard of basketball?
Oh yeah, of course.
Now that you mentioned South Park, that's like Trey. What's his name?
Yeah.
Trey Parker, Matt Stone, or
Yep, that was their movie. But oh yeah. I remember going to the video store. I used to work at the video store actually. Yeah, and it wasn't too bad. It was pretty quiet in there.
Yeah. Back in those days. Now everything's online.
Oh yeah, of course. It's like I remember, you know, I remember when I was younger and growing up, we didn't get like things like even some channels like the Disney Channel and HBO and all that till a couple years later, because some of the major cities had, but living in more of the rural areas, our cable company didn't carry those yet. So Blockbuster Video and like the smaller video stores, that's how we got to watch a lot of the movies.
Yep. And even for me, I'm pretty young too. Still, like I'm in my like early 20s right now. And even me growing up, it was we were like that. So it's pretty recent, the whole switch to the internet.
Yeah, it is. It happened pretty fast.
Now, like, it's obsolete. No one's buying videos. Like, people look at me and like my friends are like, "What are you, stupid or something? Why are you buying freaking DVDs? You can go get them for free online. You can get them online for free, technically, and everything. A lot of things are online either way. Whatever. I don't really remember about them, so it's like nice just to have them. And a few years later, you just go back, you look, find something.
Like I still have VHS tapes.
Yeah, VHS. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Orange Hat, you there? Yeah. Okay, now I'm by myself.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My landlady keeps on getting on the fucking landline.
Oh.
Yeah, I got weak internet. But
that's fine.
What happened to Cage?
He said he'd be back. I think he got a phone call.
Well, hopefully he'll be back soon, because I'm gonna have to start ending the stream soon.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, when I saw the movie Kids back in the 90s, when I was a kid myself, it's like, dude, they're literally saying their ages are like 13 years old.
Yeah.
And shit. And it's like, no.
That was Rosario Dawson's first movie, wasn't it? Rosario Dawson?
We can always ask, what's her name? Alexa, was Rosario Dawson in the movie Kids?
I know about 7 Rosario Jackson.
That's not a thing.
Batman movie, Zookeeper.
Alexa,
and Clank.
Was Rosario Dawson in the movie Kids?
Yes, Rosario Dawson is a cast member of Kids.
Who did she play?
She played the friend to the blonde girl.
Wait, she didn't. She wasn't the one that had sex at the end, was it?
No, that was the other one. She
Somebody
was the
else.
friend. Yeah, she was the friend at the girls' party, who went with her to the doctors. She didn't
Oh
have
yeah,
any.
she's the one that had sex with like 13 guys, came out clean.
Yeah, and it was fine. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was her.
Oh my gosh! And then the other one, sex with one guy.
Yep.
Then she actually goes to talk to Tully. Tully's already getting it on with another underage kid. Shut the fucking door! Click. It's like, oh my gosh, man. But then Tully's friend can't help himself and gets it on with her, and it's like, yeah, dumbass.
Yep. So, and that's the thing. And then he wakes up and is like, what happened? So they won't even know.
Jesus Christ, what happened, man? It's like, yeah, dude.
Yeah. And it's just,
There was also a UFO in that movie.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yep. Look up kids movie UFO shot.
Okay.
Because when there's the fight in the court, you see, or if you run it by really slow, you'll see something shoot by the screen.
Oh.
It was one of those Kit Kat looking UFOs.
Oh. but
yeah, man. One of the funny scenes in that movie, even though it's a banned movie now, one of the funny scenes is I got no legs. Chip, 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 chip. I got no legs. The dude on the train.
Yeah.
Just keeps on saying, I got no. God bless you, sir. And anytime somebody hands him money, God bless you. And it's like, hey, you got to make your money somehow.
Yeah. That was something else. I agree. I was born in 1984, so I remember
you're
most
older
of
than I
the
am.
Oh, I am?
I'm 85.
Oh, okay. Well, close.
My birthday's coming up on the 1st anyway. I'm going to do a live stream on the 1st.
Oh, cool. Yeah, my sister was born in 85. I was born in 84, so
Nice.
mine's not.
She a Godzilla fan too?
Oh no, geez. Now her favorite thing is she loves WWE. She loves wrestling.
Nice.
She actually has gotten to meet Mick Foley and Chris Jericho and
Mick Foley didn't he used to be the dude that put his fingers down people's throats?
Yeah, that's Mankind. Yeah, Mankind.
Yeah, Mankind. Didn't he? Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't he Mankind at once?
Yes. Yeah, he's also one that we used to. He was in Japan, and there was like barbed wire ring and all that. Yeah, and doing all the crazy stuff. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, she's gotten to meet him a couple times, and then she's also met Chris Jericho and a couple others.
Is Mick Foley even still wrestling?
No, but what he does, he's like production manager now.
Oh, nice. Moving up in the world.
Yep. He he even said that his body, like, he can hardly bend down anymore. So because he put his body through the ringer, and sometimes he even said he's surprised he can walk still.
Have you ever seen The Expendables?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you ever see the behind the scenes with The Expendables?
When that was on DVD, like a long time ago, when it first came out.
When he was talking about the fight between himself and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and it's like, oh damn, dude, Stone Cold, when he did the human torpedo move on him, he actually tore a muscle in his back or something, and it's like, but they actually put that shot in the movie, so when he goes, ugh, it's literally him getting tearing his back muscle. I mean, they had to do stitches. That movie, or one of the things that I like about Stallone, he puts a sense of realism in his movies.
Oh yeah, he really does.
He doesn't care what the SJWs or any of them say.
No.
I mean, with even with Rambo 5, Last Blood.
Right.
I mean, everybody said, "Oh, that movie was made specifically for Trump," supporters. And it's like, maybe if you paid attention, and whatnot, you'll notice that he was planning that movie line 10 years prior.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He wanted to do that one before he did the Rocky revival movie, like Creed.
Yeah. I mean, the Rambo 4 was supposed to basically be the storyline of Rambo 5, but they chose Burma instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you really look at, it's kind of ironic because looking back at Rambo 3, it takes place in Afghanistan. So it's like, looking back, it's like, oh. And it's kind of funny. I got to see that movie like on TV like a couple years ago. And when he says, "Oh, people can't even pick Afghanistan out on the map," I'm like, "Oh yeah, they can right now." Yeah, they can pick it out right now. I guarantee you, they know where it is. But at the time, Russia was in Afghanistan, so so of course it went through the whole Soviet thing.
Yep. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize is that the Rambo movies, all 5 of them, are awareness-driven movies. They're not politically driven.
Yes, exactly. The first one, I think, is the most heartbreaking one because it's really what soldiers had to deal with coming back home after the Vietnam War. That one's probably the most heartbreaking, in my opinion. And originally, he was supposed to be shot and killed at the end.
Yep, that was the original ending, and that was actually the ending in the book.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to start winding this up in the next couple minutes. But
okay,
we'll talk this, or we're definitely gonna finish talking about the Rambo thing first, though. Rambo 1, First Blood, was to raise awareness of how Vietnam vets were treated.
Yes.
2 was to raise awareness of that there was still POWs over in Vietnam.
Yeah,
and that negotiations were failing.
Yep.
3 was to raise awareness of Afghanistan and the Russians Russians were heading in there.
Right.
4 was to raise awareness of the situation that goes on in Burma every day for these people.
Yep.
And the thing is, Sylvester Stallone and the people at Lionsgate, they all have death marks on them in Burma.
Yep. Yeah. I heard
they step one foot in Burma, they are dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the rebels even took that line, live for nothing, live for something.
Live for nothing. Something, die for nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually use that as a call out or call to action. Yeah, and the thing is, if you get caught with a bootleg, it's like 10 years. But if you're a woman, it's 10 years plus rape.
Yeah.
They actually use that as a punishment over there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's like, it sucks. And even now, it's gotten a little bit better, but it hasn't gotten that much better.
No, it's very much still violent.
It's still very. I mean, the UN should have freaking took over on that, but they never did. That's why I don't like them. But 5th one was awareness driven to the point where they were raising awareness of the sex trafficking that goes on in Mexico and whatnot. I mean, he basically says the cops aren't going to do shit, and the Mexican cops are even worse. They don't care,
right?
And whatnot. The border, and my favorite shot in Last Blood was when he's driving back up to the border, pulls the dude's head out and just drops it. It's like mic drop moment. Nice.
Yeah.
Because it sucked what happened to the girl in that movie, though. But everybody said it was. Everybody. Oh, sorry about that.
It's fine. I did not get to see it, but I really wanted to. We really want to. It's on my list.
Everybody says it. The reason why everybody says it's a Trump supporter movie is because they show a portion of Trump's wall in it.
I'm getting really
And it's
tired
only
of
like
everyone trying
it's
to
only
be-
a 5 second. It's only a 5 second shot, and
Okay,
it's
well,
like that's
I'm just getting
it's
very
like
tired of both sides trying
so
to
am
push.
I. I mean, but the thing
push
is,
this. Oh,
it's not him showing support for the wall. It's him showing that part of Arizona and whatnot. It's just showing that there is now a barrier. That's
Yep.
because you'll see after you see or when you see the movie, we'll talk more about it. But yeah. Anyway, I do got to start wrapping this up.
Okay, man.
I want to thank you, G-Fan. I want to thank Brian. And
well, thanks for having me
Cage,
on.
sorry that you couldn't come back in. Fenrir Fire, you were born in 85 too. I'll highlight that. That's awesome.
Yeah, cool.
I want to thank everybody for dropping by in the chat. Demaj and I want to thank him for sharing the video out and whatnot.
Right.
Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. I'll let you guys know the next time I plan on going live. I'm definitely going to do a birthday stream on the 5th or the 1st of February.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, folks, definitely. I might actually do it on Groundhog's Day because it's going to be that's going to be a Sunday when everybody's gone and there shouldn't be any internet problems. But I might do it on Saturday. But yeah.
Yeah, I live in Pennsylvania where Punxsutawney Phil is, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Hat Reviews. G-Fan, give your channel a plug before we go.
All right. This is G-Fan. I'm not really much of a content creator. I just like to come on live streams and show support. So there you go.
Awesome. Well, anyway, folks, this has been Orange Hat Reviews, and I shall catch you all on the next one.